have to bring this session to an end because of paucity of time. May I now, as far as this session is concerned, it is closed, and if
would request Brigadier Niladri Shankar Mukherjee, VSM, Secretary and Treasurer of SENASK, to please deliver the closing remarks.
Distinguished participants, speakers, and friends. Also the office bearers of SENASK and BCC and I, and all the delegates who are present here today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of our deliberations, I am quite sanguine that we have in large measure driven home the point that cyber terrorism is a gathering storm and is already leading to a silent war against established order. Friends, this must have dawned on you as we have been exposed to the deliberations of our speakers, panelists, and active audience participations, that if we do not take effective and dynamic measures to counter this dangerous threat to us as a nation, as a society, and as global citizens of an accepted world order, we will continue to pay a heavy price and visibly see our progress towards a healthier and secure life being retarded, corroded, and maybe severely mauled. I wish to also mention that this is not crying wolf by commercial interests, but a wake-up call to nations, organizations, and institutes to invest more in R&D and come up with solutions which will be ahead of the rogue and adversarial elements who would try and do us harm. Imagine what we saw through in the deliberations during the day, the chaos that would accrue to nations who incorporate and imbibe and move to more advanced digital and cyber technologies to better their lives, but are subjected to crippling blows by the mavericks and jokers of this grey world order. Friends, you will appreciate that everything that needs to be addressed and queries that need to be answered by way of a seminar such as this, in the limited time that we have, is not possible. However, the distinguished expert participants have ensured that awareness has been aroused amongst all of you, and the threat has been truly identified. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SENASK and the BCCNI, I feel privileged to thank all our distinguished speakers, panelists, and participants, all the delegates in attendance here today who contributed towards raising our awareness towards this palpable threat. And on all your behalf, I take this opportunity of thanking the office bearers and members of SENASK and the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry who cooperated in co-hosting this seminar. My thanks also go out to the management and staff of Lalit Great Eastern Hotel for their event management skills and support. And finally, a big thank you to all the sponsors who have supported us in this endeavor, especially those who have been extra generous, like ICL, HUL, GAIL, Excite, and CESC. A special thanks, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. Moninul Lahiri, former President of BCCNI and now the Vice President of SENASK, for being the pivotal pointsman and the man who conceived this emanating cyber threat and decided that we must arouse awareness by way of a seminar such as this amongst the thinking participants here today. He in fact shepherded this existing seminar, and we all have, during the course of the discussions in the entire day, literally been flooded with information, and we can take this forward from here on. I would like you all to give him a big hand. Lastly, thank you all once again for being a wonderful gathering of concerned citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, with that I beg to conclude and call closure to the seminar. I would also like to mention that on your way out as you disperse, please collect your gift bags from a counter next to the exit thereon. Ladies and gentlemen, wish you all a very good night and thank you.
Request Brigadier Mukherjee to please present the mementos to our speakers. Our tea lounge sponsor is Goodry, and they have their tea being served at the hotel. You were requested to please join us for the afternoon tea, and there are some gift hampers from Goodry also. You may please collect the same. Thank you.